With the latest episode of Summer Pockets, things get a little bit weird as the show has a soft reboot and has Takahara focusing on a different girl, specifically the one at the lighthouse that we know as Tsumugi. For better or worse, we kind of watch a bit of a recap of some of the major points of the show thus far, and then it stops when it comes to Tsumugi, and instead of them just having this kind of odd exchange at the lighthouse and then he moves on to Kamome, now he focuses on Tsumugi and he spends the day, if not days, with her. This leads to him meeting her friend Shizuki, who very much identifies with her chest and likes to make jokes, comments, and kind of wear outfits that is very revealing. And of course, Takahara, being that he's a teenage boy, raises an eyebrow, definitely feels uncomfortable at times, but at the same time isn't necessarily protesting. But as the three of them hang out, chill and everything, you don't necessarily get the same effect that we saw at Kamome in terms of him healing and everything, but there is that sort of progress. And ultimately, it seems that when it comes to Tsumugi, her focus and her challenge is that there's something going on that she, once this summer is over, is going to be isolated to the point where she doesn't even find the point in trying to be long distance friends with Takahara, which is kind of odd to him. But he commits to being friends with her for the summer and ultimately seeing where it goes. Now, getting to the review section, I wasn't necessarily fond of this episode, never mind the kind of shift that we got with the show. For whether it's the heavy ichi when it comes to Shizuki's build, and this odd scene when Tsumugi gets wet, there's a lot of situations which don't really give you that sort of oomph that the former episodes gave. Never mind, it all feels a bit rushed in a way, like it's trying to speed through Tsumugi so it can maybe hit to a different arc of the show. Which is why overall we're kind of iffy right now when it comes to Summer Pockets. I mean, granted, one bad episode doesn't mean a bad season, but after what we've seen thus far, this does feel like a little bit of a letdown.